Hi there. In today's video, we're going to be talking more about our immune systems and specifically talking about T cells and their structure and function. T cells are part of our adaptive immune system. So within our adaptive immune system, we are targeting specific pathogens. And to do this, our adaptive immune systems work with the antigen-antibody recognition. So antigens are on the outside of pathogens. Pathogens are just anything that can cause disease. So here in red, we have a virus. And then antigens are found on the outsides of pathogens. And then within our own body, we produce antibodies, shown here in blue, and these antibodies bind to the antigens, signaling an immune response. And this antigen-antibody recognition is important for two main types of white blood cells, or lymphocytes, and these are our B cells and our T cells. B cells originate and mature in the bone marrow, so here's a cross-section of a bone. And T cells originate also in the bone marrow, but will mature in the thymus, so here's a cross-section of the thymus. And when we are very young, even before we're born and as a young age, we will produce a lot of T cells in our thymus, but then this gradually decreases as we get older. T cells come in two main types, and the first of which are cytotoxic T cells. So these are cells that will bind and destroy any of our own cells that are invaded by pathogens. So these really are our killer or army T cells. In comparison, we have the helper T cells, which don't directly kill infected cells, but will help other cells to kill the pathogen infected cell. And this is important as they will help things or other cells such as B cells and will signal responses using molecules such as cytokines, which are really the chemical messengers of the immune response. T cells, unlike B cells, cannot bind directly to free-floating antigens, but rather have to be given an antigen by another cell. And so once another cell will give an antigen to the T cell will receive it with T cell receptors or TCRs. And so the TCRs are very similar to antibodies, except the T cell receptor has one binding site. So here we see a B cell which has its BCRs or B cell receptors, which look very similar to antibodies in this Y shape. So it has two binding sites. But in our T cell shown here, in the TCR, it's a little bit different shape, so we just see one binding site instead of this Y form. But both of these, just like an antibody on the outside, will have a variable region. So this will still be variable depending on the T cell and the type of pathogen it's specifically designed to recognize. And like I said, TCRs can't directly bind to antigens, but actually need an antigen presenting cell to present that antigen to it for the binding to occur. And the molecules on the APCs that actually present the antigens are called major histocompatibility complexes, or MHCs. So here we have our APC, so our antigen presenting cell, and this can be multiple different types of cells. It's often a B cell itself, and then we have the MHC, or the major histocompatibility complex, which then allows the antigen to then bind to the T cell. Now the MHCs are molecules that are made out of glycoproteins, and these are what actually present antigens to T cells, and they come in two main forms. We have the MHC class 1, which presents antigens to cytotoxic T cells. And so these are the T cells that directly kill the antigen or the pathogen infected cells. And then we have the MHC class 2, which present to the helper T cells, which help other immune cells destroy the invaded cells. That is the end of today's video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you want more videos on our immune system or other biology topics, please subscribe for more.